Thanks so much. Cleveland had a chance to put Detroit away at home. Couldn't do it on Friday night. They get their second opportunity here in the Motor City. Mitchell, pump fake, and the banker goes.
This is as good a game as I've seen Donovan Mitchell play. Totally under control. He came in this series, 17 assists and 14 turnovers. Tonight, 6 assists, no turnovers.
And Mitchell is fouled by Thompson on the breakaway. No turnovers.
Well, that's probably the biggest stat, in my opinion. He's done a great job taking care of the ball.
Mitchell now in his 9th year in the NBA, trying to get to the conference finals for the first time. Cavaliers have won 5 straight Game 7s going back to 2016. And this is now their largest lead of the night, 21. Duren one-on-one with Allen. Kick it out for Cunningham. 2-man game with Thompson. Drives in, missed it initially, but follows his miss with a deuce.
Well, he is so good on that second jump. So quick. This isn't just like a pogo stick, right back up.
Can the Pistons change things on the defensive end of the floor? Strus the bounce for Mobley, and a foul is...
Going to take those away, but that time, Danis Jenkins clearly holding.
Allen couldn't dunk it. Strus is there for a cleanup on aisle 2.
Now look, the paint and the glass totally dominated by Cleveland. Yes, they've got more shooters, but for Detroit to win, they cannot get dominated like this in the paint.
It's 70-49. Cavaliers fans that made the trip can be heard right now. Mobley, stop and go, give it up. Allen, off the bump. Oh, that's creative from the throw. Just 38% from the field. They've allowed Cleveland to shoot it at 54%. Allen trying to deny Duren the ball. 6 to shoot. Duren backs in, double team from Harden. Shot clock winding down. Jenkins, the teardrop goes.
Well, Jenkins started us off with a couple of threes early. Hadn't scored in quite a while.
Pistons led the NBA this season in blocks and steals. They were a high-level defensive team. Allen had it knocked away by Tobias Harris. 3-on-2 developing. Harris will try to do it himself. He's fouled. The Cavaliers want a challenge. Immediately, Donovan Mitchell looked to the bench. And a delay of game is going to be called on Donovan Mitchell grabbing the ball and not getting the ball from Mitchell.
Smart.
And there is no challenge from the Cleveland sideline. Harris at the free throw line.
That was only their 5th tonight.
Harris still does not have a field goal, 0 of 5.
Yeah, he's shot 50% in the first 3 games of this series. He's shooting 30% since then.
Harden puts it on the deck, drives in, trying to hook a pass to Allen, and it ricochets out of bounds off of Cunningham.
Better defense now the last couple possessions by Detroit. Clearly, when you're down this much and you're not the most explosive offensive.
Minutes to play here in the 3rd. Loop it in for Allen. 17 points for Jared Allen. Hand it to Harden. The handles, the jumper, no good. Rebound. Jenkins got his hand on it, taps it over to Harris. There has been no consistency on the offensive end of the floor for Detroit.
Well, Detroit's not a great half-court offense. J.B. Bickerstaff knows that. They need to get going in transition, but even when they've gotten stopped.
Ball foul. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals will be Tuesday night. If the Cavaliers win, it will be at MSG. If the Pistons win, it'll be here in Detroit. Mitchell, ball fake. Harden swing. Mobley, the drive, and he gets fouled by Duren.
Well,
Jalen Duren picks up his 4th foul. Thursday, the WNBA on Prime. Join us as the Golden State Valkyries take on the New York Liberty. Then, the LA Sparks and the Phoenix Mercury. Don't miss the WNBA on Prime Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So Duren will sit. It is Isaiah Stewart into the game at the 8:22 mark of the 3rd.
Well, maybe Isaiah Stewart can get going with some of his effort and energy. But right now, people talk about, oh, this guy, you know, talk to us or whatever. It's not how you inspire your team. Somebody's got to inspire their teammates here with some great effort plays on the defensive end of the floor.
They give Thompson the 3, and that's why. A flat air ball.
Wow. He made the last one of the first half, his first made 3 of the playoffs, and then nothing there.
Mitchell, swing it out for Mobley. Mitchell will fire, rimming out. And rebounded by Harris.
Detroit's got to get running.
Get into it quickly here. Harris cut off by Mitchell. Handoff to Cunningham. He drives, dishes. Stewart couldn't catch it initially. And there is a...
And one of them is for Mitchell.
So Mitchell sits along with Mobley, Wade, Merrill, Harden, Allen, and Strus, the 5 on the floor. And now J.B. Bickerstaff will counter with Duncan Robinson.
I like that. I also, right now, I think you've got to get Cade Cunningham into some pick and roll with Karis LeVert, force the switch and get Harden on him in attack.
Cunningham fires, no good. Allen with the board. Cade Cunningham is now 5 of 13, 0 of 5 from 3-point territory.
And the Pistons are 6 for 21.
Isolation, Harden drives in on Robinson. The help by Stewart that bounces off of Merrill, and Harden couldn't save it, out of bounds. Just over 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. Jenkins turns the corner. Stewart, the trailer, he lays it in, and a foul. Kenny Atkinson wanted to travel.
Initiated games I've seen in the entire postseason.
74-56. Cavs.
Right now, Donovan Mitchell on the bench. This is where Detroit's got to make a move.
Robinson leaves Harden. Now he'll recover defensively. Harden takes him off the dribble. Swing, swing. Strus a 3. Short. Rebound. Harden tracks it down. He gets shoved by Robinson. So James Harden to the free throw line, where he shot it at 88% on the season. Harden has not been heavily involved, where his fingerprints are all over this game. Only 6 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. It's Mitchell who's controlled the action and the flow for Cleveland.
And I like that, honestly. I thought that the last 2 games, honestly, had been too much James Harden and not enough Donovan Mitchell. You got to know who your best player is. Call for the referee. You know, in the course of live play, you might get away with some stuff that the referees may not see because of all the activity. That is an easy call.
And off the miss, Allen is there. He got denied by the rim. But another foul is called. Jared, frustrations are evident.
Well, I'm shocked by this tonight. Not we got outworked in game 6, which is why they got blown out. And tonight the energy has shifted, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are so far have played much harder than the Detroit Pistons.
Reed is back in, replacing Stewart. Allen, 18 points. He is 6 of 11 at the free throw line. Karis LeVert in the game for Detroit, and instant offense as he hits it from 3-point range. 76-59. 6:24 to go in the 3rd. Quick move as as the throw flies. Jared Allen.
That's a great move by Allen, who's coming up big. That is absurd defense by Paul Reed and the Pistons.
And another turnover. Allen's got 20 points, 7 rebounds. Get it in. Allen is fouled. Seen no drop-off from Cleveland.
Not at all. And here's the biggest problem, though. I like what JB talked about with their competitive spirit. Not used to seeing them get outworked like this. And quite honestly, they've been totally outworked tonight. About the only thing they're doing well is defending the free throws.
Yeah. They're 19 of 31 at the line, Cleveland. Detroit, their starters are 13 of 37 shooting. It's 35%. Robinson off the bench and connects for 3.
There's still plenty of time. This is 17 right now.
Donovan Mitchell is on the bench with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Paul Reed needs to be the guy.
Oh, Jared Allen with the crank.
What the heck is going on defensively with the Pistons? They blitz the pick and roll, and nobody's going to step over in front of Jared Allen.
0 resistance. Allen's got 23 points. Cunningham on the spin. Tipped up in the air. Reed controls it, trying to create space, and does.
Well, there's B-ball, Paul. He needs to get going now. I haven't seen the maniacal energy that we've seen in the rest of this series.
5 minutes to go in the third. They blitz Harden with 2. Gets it away, Strus the bounce, nobody at home. Wade kicks it out. The Harden 3. No good. Box out by Sasser, ripped away by Merrill. Sasser tries to take it back, and it's a loose ball. 19 rebounds in the Game 7 victory over Toronto. And he is putting up monster numbers once again. Mitchell returning for Cleveland as well at the 4:45 mark of the third.
And
true.
And you know that reputations in this league are earned in the playoffs.
No doubt.
Jared Allen getting it done.
Reed, the left-handed push shot, and he gets a fortuitous bounce.
They got to get some stops now.
Mitchell operating one-on-one with Robinson. Mitchell takes the runway, crosses over, and puts on a scoring clinic.
I mean, I know Sam Merrill's out there. Kenny Atkinson's done a great job with his lineups tonight, keeping plenty of shooting on the floor, but somebody's got to help on that and make Donovan Mitchell give the ball up.
Robinson squares and hits a 3. 85-69 Cleveland, just under 4 minutes to play in the third.
Donovan Mitchell's now over, I mean, Duncan Robinson's over 60% from 3 in the series.
Mitchell, swing it. Merrill, ball fake. That jumper, yes, sir!
Sam Merrill's 5th 3.
These Pistons fans are in a state of shock. LeVert misses on a 3-ball. Rebound, Sasser stripped of the ball. They were looking for a call. Harden gets it ahead. Mitchell in attack mode for 2.
Yeah, but if you're the Pistons, look, instead of stopping and looking at the referees, you got to run back. The effort tonight by the Pistons is just not what we're used to seeing from this team.
The roll by Robinson. Merrill gets a piece defensively. Mitchell clearing out space. Mitchell wants to dance with Reed. 10 to shoot. Donovan Mitchell, chef's